the 4 most dangerous seafood you should absolutely avoid, and 4 that should be part of your daily diet. These foods remain hidden from mainstream news. You might wonder why no one is warning you. I'll reveal the hidden truth. Because the seafood industry is worth billions worldwide, and these 4 products represent its main sources of revenue. They're not just sold, they're conquering restaurants, supermarkets, and seniors' tables around the world. Over 99% of people over 60 aren't aware of these facts, and that particular seafood capable of alleviating joint pain and stimulating collagen production is kept hidden because it doesn't generate sufficient profit. Most seniors consider seafood the healthiest option available. Most seniors are completely unaware that they are being systematically deceived. In this article, we'll discover the 4 most harmful seafoods to avoid after age 60 and the 4 essential ones to consume daily, ranked from least risky to most poisonous and harmful. But before continuing, please like the video, share it with people who might benefit from it, and let us know in the comments which city you follow our YouTube channel from. The information presented here is based on solid scientific research. We've spent countless hours analyzing verified scientific studies, and each reference is available in the description below. But before we begin, please share your location with us. We personally read and respond to all comments. Please feel free to reach out. Now, without further ado, let's start with the first seafood you should immediately eliminate from your diet, especially if you suffer from joint pain, high cholesterol, or mysterious fatigue. Number 4. Squid. Squid may seem harmless and even refined in certain dishes, but for older adults, it represents a real metabolic trap. In theory, it seems like a reasonable choice. It's low in fat and high in protein, but upon closer inspection, a much more worrying reality emerges. Calamari contains extremely high levels of cholesterol. Just 3 ounces of prepared calamari provide approximately 198 milligrams of cholesterol. This equates to over 65% of your daily value in a very small serving. But here's the trick. After age 60, the liver no longer manages cholesterol as well as it once did. Its function slows considerably. This means that dietary cholesterol has a much more significant impact on blood levels. A 2021 study published in the journal Nutrients showed that older adults with high dietary cholesterol consumption were 43% more likely to have signs of arterial stiffness. They also had a 31% higher risk of cardiovascular events. This stiffness is one of the first signs of possible heart attacks or strokes, especially in older adults. But the problem doesn't stop there. Squid contains purines, which the body converts into uric acid, creating problems. Older adults have a harder time effectively eliminating uric acid. When it accumulates, it forms crystals in the joints, causing severe pain and inflammation called gout. Gout primarily affects people over 60, and seafood like squid can trigger sudden acute attacks. Researchers in the Journal of Gerontology found that older adults who consumed purine-rich seafood more than twice a week had a 54% increased risk of developing chronic joint inflammation over 2 years. If you've been eating squid thinking it was a healthy alternative to seafood, it's time to stop. For older adults, especially those with high blood pressure, elevated cholesterol, or even mild arthritis, squid is one of the most deceptive and harmful seafood choices available. It may seem clean and simple, but it ignites fires in your body that you won't notice until it's too late. And if you've woken up with stiff joints, unexplained swelling, or sudden spikes in blood pressure, this could be part of the cause. Coming up, the number 1 seafood you should be consuming has been shown to help reverse some of these specific symptoms. But before we get there, let's move on to the next biggest offender. It's a popular choice at buffets and sushi bars, but after age 60, it can completely sabotage your immune system. Number 3, imitation crab, surimi. It looks like crab, it's shaped like crab, and it smells vaguely like crab, but imitation crab is as authentic as artificial cheese. And for older people, it's one of the worst seafood imitations you can consume. What makes it so harmful? It starts with its composition. Surimi, the basis of imitation crab, is usually a white paste made from ground fish scraps, often cod, mixed with starches, sugar, salt, and artificial flavorings. When it's pressed into those fake crab sticks, it's no longer a seafood. It's a lab-made food product. One of the biggest dangers of imitation crab for anyone over the age of 60 is the rapid rise in blood sugar levels. A study published in the journal Clinical Nutrition in 2020 found that imitation crab causes a similar glycemic response to white bread, and the starches used, such as tapioca and wheat, digest rapidly, converting to glucose almost instantly. It might not seem like a problem, but if you already have prediabetes, insulin resistance, or type 2 diabetes, conditions common in older adults, this can cause massive blood sugar spikes followed by energy crashes. The same study found that older adults who consumed surimi products 3 times weekly had insulin levels 2 to 6 times higher than those who avoided them. But the problem doesn't end there. Imitation crab is loaded with sodium. A single serving can contain over 700 milligrams of sodium, and that's before adding soy sauce or seasonings. High sodium consumption is a major risk factor for hypertension, which becomes more dangerous with age. As arteries harden and kidney function slows, the ability to filter and balance salt significantly declines. And this type of processed salt, combined with additives like MSG, can trigger headaches, water retention, and even dizziness in older adults. So, while it may seem convenient or cheap, imitation crab quietly works against your health goals. It's high in sugar, salt, and chemicals. It provides almost none of the true nutritional value of real shellfish. And worst of all, it fools older people into thinking they're eating something healthy. Don't be fooled. There are much better ways to get the flavor and benefits of seafood without poisoning your metabolism. And we'll soon reveal one of them. A natural shellfish so rich in trace minerals that it's being studied as an aid in recovery from knee injuries. But first, let's talk about a seafood that might be lurking in your freezer right now, and it's even worse than the previous one. Number 2. Scallops. Scallops might seem like the innocent angels of the seafood world. They're small, clean, tender, and often served in fancy restaurants with a light searing. But for older adults, especially those over 60, scallops can silently wreak havoc on the body in unexpected ways. At the heart of the matter lies something hidden beneath their delicate appearance. They are extremely high in cadmium. This is a toxic metal that accumulates in the tissues of mollusks, particularly filter feeders like scallops. Unlike water contamination, which varies, the cadmium comes from the scallops themselves, as they naturally concentrate it from their environment. And once it enters the body, the kidneys are the ones that suffer the most. In a study published in Toxicology Reports in 2022, researchers measured cadmium levels in scallops from various sources and found that even a modest serving could provide up to 1.5 micrograms of cadmium per gram of tissue. By comparison, the safe weekly limit for cadmium, according to the World Health Organization, is only 7 micrograms per kilogram of body weight. For a 150-pound senior citizen, this means just a few scallops a week could push you dangerously close to the toxic threshold. And once cadmium enters the system, it stays there. It accumulates in the kidneys, weakening their function over time. Older adults already have declining kidney filtration rates, making it harder to eliminate this metal. Over time, this leads to protein loss in the urine, higher blood pressure, and a drastic drop in energy and stamina. But kidney function isn't the only issue. Scallops are also surprisingly low in omega-3 fatty acids compared to other shellfish. This is a significant issue because omega-3s are essential for brain health, joint flexibility, and inflammation control, 3 areas that matter more than ever after age 60. So, while you might think you're getting the brain protective benefits of seafood, scallops barely provide them. In fact, 100 grams of scallops contain less than 30 milligrams of EPA and DHA combined. Compare that to oysters, which can provide over 500 milligrams in the same serving. It's a staggering difference. This means you could eat seafood without getting the neurological or cardiovascular benefits you expect. So, next time you see scallops on a menu, especially in a creamy sauce or seared in oil, think twice. They might seem harmless, but for older adults, they can act like a slow-release toxin. And the scariest part is that the damage accumulates silently over time. No symptoms until things get serious. But there's still one seafood that tops the list. It's small, chewy, and appears in stir-fries and soups, but studies now confirm it may accelerate arthritis and raise blood fats faster than almost any other seafood. Number 1. Shrimp. Shrimp may be the most dangerous seafood for older adults, not because of pollution or poor preparation, but because of what they naturally contain and how it interacts with the aging body. First of all, shrimp is extremely high in cholesterol. Just 3 ounces, a mere handful, contains about 180 milligrams of cholesterol. For someone over 60, this poses a major problem. As we age, our arteries lose elasticity. Our livers process fats more slowly, and the risk of heart disease skyrockets. A study published in Circulation in 2021 followed 8,700 adults over 60 and found that those who consumed more than 300 milligrams of dietary cholesterol daily had a 35% increased risk of stroke. They had a 24% higher risk of coronary heart disease than those who ate less than 150 milligrams. But cholesterol is just the beginning. Shrimp contains a muscle protein called tropomyosin, which is difficult for elderly digestive systems to break down. This is why shrimp is one of the world's leading food allergens. Even for people who have never had allergies before, shrimp can suddenly trigger a reaction after age 60 because the immune system becomes more sensitive and erratic with age. Researchers in the Journal of Allergy and Clinical Immunology found that nearly 14% of new shellfish allergies in older adults developed after age 65, often without warning. These reactions can range from skin rashes to full-blown anaphylaxis, and even mild intestinal inflammation caused by the protein can worsen IBS, constipation, or leaky gut in older adults. Now let's talk about something most people never consider. Chitin. It's the shrimp's outer shell. And even when cleaned, small fragments still end up in the flesh. Chitin is a type of fiber that the body cannot digest. And while it's harmless in small amounts, in older adults with impaired digestion, it can contribute to bloating, gas, and even intestinal inflammation. And here's the worst part. Most shrimp today are farmed, especially those sold in bulk or frozen. Farmed shrimp are often treated with antibiotics such as oxytetracycline and enrofloxacin, which are banned in many countries, but still appear in imported shrimp. A 2022 study in food control found antibiotic residues in over 42% of frozen shrimp samples tested from Southeast Asia. Regular consumption of these leftovers has been linked to antibiotic resistance, gut microbiome imbalance, and metabolic changes in older adults. If you've been eating shrimp thinking it was a light, low-fat protein option, it's time to think again. For older adults, shrimp is a metabolic trap. High cholesterol, hard-to-digest proteins, inflammatory shell fragments, antibiotic residues, and harmful preservatives, all wrapped up in a tiny shell. It's no wonder shrimp tops the list. And now that you've seen the worst seafood to avoid, get ready, because coming up are the 4 seafood every senior should eat. And number 1 on that list has been shown in studies to repair cartilage, reduce swelling, and even help reverse age-related joint pain. Number 4. Sea cucumber. Sea cucumber may seem strange, but it's a powerhouse for seniors seeking stronger joints, better skin, and less pain. This marine animal is rich in collagen-like compounds and anti-inflammatory nutrients that are especially valuable after age 60. Researchers in the International Journal of Molecular Sciences found that daily supplementation with sea cucumber extract reduced joint pain by 35% and improved flexibility in just 12 weeks. The real magic lies in compounds called triterpene glycosides, which help fight chronic inflammation and protect cartilage. These natural compounds act as a mild anti-inflammatory without harming the stomach like many painkillers. Sea cucumber is also rich in chondroitin sulfate, a nutrient found in many joint supplements. But here it comes in a natural form that the body can absorb more easily. To prepare it, sea cucumber is often rehydrated and simmered slowly with broth or herbs. When gently cooked, it retains its gelatinous consistency, a sign of its collagen content. Seniors looking to improve joint comfort, increase skin elasticity, and maintain cartilage health should consider adding it to soups once or twice a week. It may not be common, but the benefits are definitely worth the effort. Number 3. Green-lipped mussels. Green-lipped mussels, native to New Zealand, are one of the most underrated seafood for seniors. They contain a rare combination of omega-3 fatty acids, specifically ETA, which is more potent than the typical EPA and DHA found in fish oils. These specific fatty acids help block a key enzyme in the body called 5-lipoxygenase, which is responsible for triggering joint inflammation. This makes green-lipped mussels uniquely effective for reducing pain, stiffness, and swelling, especially in the knees and hips of aging adults. In a 2020 study published in Nutrients, older adults who consumed green-lipped mussel extract daily for 12 weeks reported a 42% decrease in joint discomfort. They showed a 35% improvement in physical function. But beyond joint health, these mussels are rich in zinc, selenium, iron, and iodine. These nutrients become more difficult to absorb with age, especially for those with thyroid or energy issues. To prepare them, steam green-lipped mussels with garlic, parsley, and a little lemon. Don't fry or overcook them. Gentle steaming preserves the anti-inflammatory compounds. The flavor is slightly sweet and earthy, and the nutritional benefits go far beyond what you get from supplements alone. If you're looking for something delicious that also helps you move better, these mussels deserve a place on your plate. But before we continue, if you've enjoyed the video so far, please like it and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on more videos like this. Number 2. Oysters. Oysters are one of the most powerful healing foods for anyone over 60, especially if you're struggling with low energy, thinning hair, brittle nails, or slow recovery. They're not just a delicacy. They're nature's multivitamin wrapped in a shell. What makes oysters so important for seniors is their unparalleled density of bioavailable zinc. Just 2 medium oysters can provide you with over 100% of your daily zinc requirement. And that matters more than you think. Zinc is essential for immune strength, wound healing, testosterone support, and even brain clarity. As we age, zinc absorption declines, and deficiency becomes common, even dangerous. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that 40% of adults over 60 are zinc deficient without even knowing it, leading to higher rates of infections, poor skin repair, and even loss of taste and smell. But it doesn't stop with zinc. Oysters are also rich in vitamin B12, which protects nerves and supports energy metabolism, 2 things that dramatically decline in older adults. A 2021 study in the Journal of Nutrition and Healthy Aging showed that older adults with low B12 levels were 73% more likely to suffer from cognitive decline. And just 3 ounces of oysters give you more B12 than a whole steak. They're also rich in selenium, a mineral that acts like a bodyguard for the thyroid and immune system. Now, here's what makes oysters unique among seafood: their copper content. Most older adults never think about copper, but it's essential for collagen formation, red blood cell production, and maintaining strong bones. A European study tracked bone density in aging adults and found that those with a higher dietary copper intake had 18% fewer fractures over a 5-year period. But there's still one remaining seafood that trumps all others. This marine food has been used for centuries in traditional medicine, but now science is proving just how powerful it is. Studies show that it not only strengthens bones and joints, but also helps restore the intestinal lining, increases collagen, and even relieves joint swelling in just a few weeks. And best of all, it's not fish. It's something most seniors have never even tried. Number 1. Sea moss. That's it. The number 1 most powerful seafood for anyone over 60 isn't fish, shrimp, or even shellfish. It's sea moss. Also known as Irish moss, this marine plant is a nutritional powerhouse that's finally gaining attention in modern science. And for seniors, it may be one of the most complete natural remedies for restoring strength, flexibility, and energy. Sea moss contains over 90 trace minerals. This means it provides almost every mineral your body needs to function, from magnesium and potassium to sulfur, selenium, and iron, all in a natural form that the aging body can effectively absorb. But here's what sets it apart. Sea moss is one of the richest plant-based sources of collagen precursors. While it doesn't contain collagen itself, it's packed with nutrients the body uses to produce collagen, such as vitamin C, sulfur, and the amino acid proline. Collagen is what holds joints, skin, and even the intestinal lining together. After age 60, the body produces much less of it, which is why you start to notice stiff knees, sagging skin, slower healing, and digestive issues. A 2022 study in Marine Drugs found that older adults who consume sea moss daily experienced a 37% improvement in joint mobility and a 29% reduction in visible skin dryness after just 8 weeks. These are significant results without taking a single synthetic supplement. Now let's talk about what it does for your gut. Sea moss is rich in mucilage, a type of soluble fiber that forms a gel-like coating in the intestines. This soothes inflammation, helps seal small holes in the intestinal lining, and nourishes the beneficial bacteria the body needs to absorb nutrients. This means stronger immunity, improved digestion, and clearer mental focus. And if you're struggling with constipation, acid reflux, or an irregular appetite, sea moss acts as a gentle, natural solution. A clinical trial in 2021 showed that sea moss helped reduce symptoms of bloating and irregularity by over 50% in older adults who consumed it regularly for a month. What sets sea moss apart from most supplements is that it supports multiple body systems simultaneously. It supports the thyroid because it contains iodine. It supports the heart because it balances sodium and potassium levels. It supports skin and joints by fueling collagen production. And it even helps the lungs. Many people report easier breathing after just 2 weeks, likely due to its natural antiviral and anti-inflammatory properties. To prepare it, always rinse the raw sea moss thoroughly and soak it in water for 12 to 24 hours. Once expanded, blend it into a smooth gel. You can take a spoonful daily or add it to smoothies, teas, or soups. Don't boil it. Add it hot. This preserves the minerals and active compounds. Even just 1 or 2 spoonfuls a day can bring dramatic changes in energy, mobility, and skin health. And the best part, it's safe, plant-based, and easy to digest. Perfect for seniors with sensitive systems. So, if there's one seafood you should keep in your kitchen starting today, let it be sea moss. It's not flashy, it's not trendy, but it's one of the most powerful, complete, and healing foods you can give your body in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. So now you know that the seafood on your plate could be saving your joints or slowly breaking them. If you're over 60, your body isn't as forgiving as it once was. Every bite counts. Squid, imitation crab, scallops, and shrimp might seem harmless, even healthy. But in your system, they can raise your cholesterol, disrupt digestion, stiffen your joints, and silently increase your risk of heart disease, arthritis, and kidney stress. But the good news is, you're not helpless. Sea cucumber, green-lipped mussels, oysters, and sea moss give your body the raw materials it needs to rebuild itself. These aren't miracle foods, they're science-backed powerhouses. And when you eat them regularly, they help repair the very systems that aging tries to wear down. Your bones, your gut, your skin, your immune system, and your energy. Before you go, don't just scroll past this, rewatch this if necessary, and share it with anyone over 60 who still eats shrimp because they think it's healthy. And now we want to hear from you. Which seafood on today's list shocked you the most? And have you ever tried sea moss before? Have you noticed any changes? Leave your answer in the comments below. We're responding to everyone, and if you found this helpful, subscribe now. We have more real, raw, science-backed health tips for seniors arriving every week. See you next time. Share your experiences and opinions in the comments below. Thanks for watching.